Good evening, everybody. Uh,
Hello.
Hope everybody has a nice week. I mean, mine wasn't too bad,
It
but
was okay.
weekend's here, so
Hey,
and you're
I'm in
free.
cool temperatures in California. I'm loving it.
I bet from Arizona to California, yeah, that's a big
Big
flight of
difference. It was
yeah.
98 when I drove in last night around 10 o'clock, and it was 68 here. So 30-degree difference change. I'll take that.
Paradise. That's
Yes,
for sure.
exactly.
That's for sure. So we have a guest tonight. He's from Massachusetts. He's been connected to the paranormal for as long as he could remember. As a child, he lived in a home where terrifying, unexplained experience caused him to shut by himself off from the spirit. And even then, he was incredible sensitive to the spiritual energy. Walking home at night, he wasn't afraid of the dark itself, but he was afraid of what he could sense within it. Near the end of 2019, he felt a very undeniable calling to pursue the paranormal. As he got interested himself in doing ghost hunting, he also attended mediumship classes to open himself to the spirit realm. That journey eventually led him to writing, guided by what he believes are the spirit guides. He channeled and co authored his first two books after stepping away from the paranormal investigating for over a year to recharge. He once again exploring haunted locations and gathering new experience that will become part of his book, My Haunted Journey Part 2. So let's welcome Bradford Scott. Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you
How's
for
it
coming
going?
on.
Yeah, absolutely. I love chatting with people. It's fun.
We love chatting with people too. We just don't know when to shut up sometimes.
Oh, I totally get that. That's why I'm trying to listen and get a feel for when to chat.
Yeah, that's true. Um, what was the moment that you realized that you had enough experience to make a book? Not
So
just
my,
stories, but a book.
so the first book is fictional. So that wasn't had anything to do with personal paranormal experiences. My second book does. So, um, I've been investigating now for fun for about 7 years.
Ooh,
Since 2019, so it's been about 7 years. And what the book is it gives a little bit of each chapter is a different location throughout New England. Each chapter will starts off with like a little back history of the location. That way, the history buffs can get a picture of what the location was like when it was up and operational.
mhm.
Um, and then I just share paranormal experiences I had at those locations. So it's not really an expertise type thing. It's more of any personal paranormal experiences I encountered while in those abandoned locations.
Wow, that's it. It takes a lot to write a book. I know, but that is very exciting. Um, when you sat down to write My Haunted Journey, Part One, what did you want the book to do for readers?
I, to me, going to these locations it takes a lot of energy in my mind. It takes a lot of energy for a spirit to do anything. So if you're able to get them to kind of even tell a little bit about themselves. Oh, I just saw someone walk behind you. It caught me off guard for a
Sorry.
second. I thought it was my camera. I'm like, there's someone walk behind me. No, it's yours.
No, it's my husband. I apologize.
Well, I've had it happen, so I'm like,
It's just the ghosts
um,
around me.
so to me, I don't want any location because I did try the videos. I tried YouTube. I tried TikTok, and in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm making all these awesome videos, but no one's watching them. So I don't want like these locations and experiences to go to waste. So I was trying to reach a broader audience by writing it as a book because I know some people are more into reading books than sitting there and watching a YouTube video or TikTok video. And I know there's hundreds of books out there and hundreds of channels, but I was just kind of hoping it would connect with the right people and find the right audience. Um, like one of the chapters I wrote about, um, I went and investigated. I only got to do it once because the place caught on fire and they tore it down after. But
Oh.
in the middle of doing it, I was catching wind. Like they kept telling me through a spirit talker, like broke my neck and all this other stuff. And I go to a lot of places blind because
Mhm.
I like to see what spirit's willing to tell me, and then I'll do research. Or if I'm at actually like a pay to play location, I'll ask caretakers to validate what I found. And then upon doing research, I found there was a little child. He was actually restrained the wrong way, and they actually broke his neck and killed him at that location. So I actually, in that chapter, give a basically a little shout out to the child on, and I know it's not a good circumstance, but I wanted to kind of
Right.
help people bring awareness of what happened to him at that location. So it's just more about, and then there's a lot of people that like to live vicariously. Like they love the paranormal, but they don't want to go out and do it themselves.
Yeah.
So I was trying to paint the picture as good as I could as each trip, like to try to really make it feel like you were kind of there with me. So
Mhm.
there's some parts that may sound like repetitive and kind of boring, like, oh, there was nothing here happening, at this location. There was nothing coming through in the spirit box. So we went over to another building because I'm trying to make it like you're there. Like people who read sometimes have that good imagination. So it's
Right.
like I'm trying to bring you there to really feel and sense what was going on at that time.
Well, that also gives legitimacy to the paranormal investigation because there's not every single building that you walk into do you get evidence, or
Right.
let's put it this way, what one person gets, another person might not get too, vice versa.
And you
So
don't
that
see, oh, sorry, I was going
no,
to
I was
say,
gonna
and
say
you don't
that's
see that on
perfect.
TV and or videos because that stuff's getting cut out because
Right.
let's face it, it's boring.
Right.
Yeah.
But the ones that don't always do like super dramatic cuts and actually kind of make you, those to me are my favorite ones to watch because it's like you can almost feel the energy of the place by watching the videos. So I hate the over dramatized type stuff. So I try not to do too much of it myself when I make videos, but at the same time, you got to capture today's audience, which is quick, short, and right to the point.
Exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's short attention spans. Yeah. If we don't get it in the first couple of seconds, we just scroll on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And you could have
Does
the
make
most
sense.
captivating evidence that anybody's ever seen, but they're not going to know because you didn't catch their attention in 3 seconds.
Right.
It's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. It is bad. It is really bad.
So, like I said, I didn't want to watch. I have 7 years worth of stuff on my computer. And yeah, I've thrown videos out on YouTube and TikTok, but I didn't want some of these locations. I didn't do a lot of videos with some of them, but
Mhm.
now they're releasing a book.
Right.
So one of the chapters was at an old abandoned military base in the Cape Cod, and I never put any videos out there on it. So that's actually in the book, so you get to read what it was like there. The only people that knew about that one were we used to do Facebook Lives back when cell phones actually had decent
Mhm.
reception. Now they're
Yeah.
getting worse for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like technology's getting better, but phones are getting worse. We were
Right.
actually live on Facebook, and we were in the old bowling alley building, and I had the K2 meter, and it's flickering, and I could feel someone there. Like I could really sense someone standing there. So I said, "Can you please say your name?" It was me, my cousin, and his girlfriend. None of us heard anything, but the people watching on Facebook Live, clear as day, heard someone go, "Bob."
Ooh.
And we were going back and reading the comments after, and we see people saying Bob, Bob, Bob. I'm like, what? So we actually go back and watch the video, and it was there clear as day. And my cousin wasn't very tech savvy, so before he deleted his Facebook account to make a new one, he forgot to save the video. So it's
Oh.
like if you got to witness that moment there and then,
Yeah.
great. If not, then that was a loss forever, and now it's just a personal memory.
And that
Oh.
was at Cape Cod?
That yeah, North Truro Road to
Oh.
be exact. Yeah.
Oh, I've been around that area.
Yeah, it's an old. It was an old Cold War base, North Truro Air Force Base.
Wow.
Just had that happen where we were doing a podcast actually with Sid and David. And David was talking about a situation, and it's actually on the podcast where, and he answers it. He actually literally answers it. Somebody whispers, and it's none of us because we're all, like in tune to looking at him and listening to what he has to say. And all of a sudden, you hear it's like somebody whispered, "My camera." And then all of a sudden, he goes, "My camera's not working," and we're all like, "No one said that. Where did that come from?" I swear to God, it was like a drive-by. It was really
That's
wild.
crazy. I
Yeah.
tried the podcast thing once. It was my Haunted Nation. It was called the Haunted Nation, and I would actually go bring my laptop with my mic and set it up like a touch of magic. We gave a shout out on that little photo you used, and I interviewed one of the mediums, Kim, and when I would clip out and edit the podcast, so it wasn't like the long silence and try to keep the conversation flowing more smooth. I would hear the EVPs, and I'm like, that's crazy. And then same thing, I did an interview with Mary and caretaker from ESK Pierce in Gardner, Mass. And
Yeah.
the same thing, when we're not talking, I get all these EVPs, and I'm just like, oh, do I leave them? Because then, or do I like cut it out to make a clean podcast? Which I cut them out. So who knows? I have a bunch of haunted stuff. Who knows? Maybe when we're quiet enough, people will hear some stuff happening.
Exactly.
Or dead bell goes off once in a while too.
Yeah, I've got a dead bell in my house. Well, I'm the second owner of my house. Obviously, I'm not there today, but my house has a occupant, and so I'll put my dead bell on, and all of a sudden we'll be talking, and a ding, it goes off. So yeah,
I'm not a big fan of those things only because they seem to go off at the most inconvenient moments, and they scare the hell out of me when they do it. For example, I was just at Wilson Castle, and I had my friends try to do a double Estes session. So when they both went under on two separate sides of the room, and I stayed to ask the questions. And I have a really good Sony night vision camera, and I've never tried live listening to the audio while recording. I would just record and review the footage and after. So I actually plugged in headphones into my camera, and I could actually hear stuff before the devices would go off. So right before the dead bell went off while they're doing the double S session, it was on the pool table. I heard a woman just go, and then the dead bell went off. So I freak out because I'm the only one hearing this stuff. They're under. If something happens, they're not going to know because they're using really good headphones.
right.
And I freak out and I run towards the table. And as soon as I get closer to the table, it goes ding again. And I say, what the? Like, I freak out, and then it dings again at me. And it was just crazy. And because I caught a couple EVPs live listening. We were doing an EVP session with the DR60, right? And right before I go to do the playback of the first session, all I heard was a guy go, "Not this fucking thing again."
Oh wow!
And I thought it was from the DR60. So I hit the rewind button, and I'm listening to it again, and it's not saying it.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I do it again. I'm like, oh my God, I literally just heard this dude say that to the playback, and my Sony camera caught it. So I'm glad, because I don't like looking crazy. I can do that on my own. But it's like one of the things that I kind of hate about this is working on the mediumship. I've noticed that my hearing's gotten a lot better. My seeing's gotten a lot better. So when I'm at a place and I'm hearing things and my equipment doesn't pick it up, I get a little frustrated.
Well, and then, but they say, like with the Estes Box session, and you probably have heard this, but mediums do the best job at doing the Estes Box session because they tap in a heck of a lot better than the layperson does, because they can visually see and hear, and they'll hear things a lot crisper through the SB70. We use an SB7. I use an SB70. You can hear it much clearer through the SB70 through the headphones than a layperson, where they're just shouting it out,
Yeah, it's because it's almost like you can actually really tap into that energy. So speaking on that, we did one at a different event in Wilson Castle. It was a different sleepover like a year or two before. I did it in a closet, and we had an EMF rope leading up to the closet while I'm sitting in there with the door closed. And right before any time I would respond to a question, They would watch the EMF rope light up right to me, like leading right to me, and then I would say something.
Oh.
And I was watching people walk right to me, like as
Right.
I'm talking. And it got to the point where I was able to like walk around blindfolded without bumping into anything. It's because I was like visually able to still see while being
Right.
blindfolded.
Right. That's awesome. I love
It's
that. That's really
very
cool.
trippy. I
It
love
is.
it when it goes that good.
That's really trippy. Excuse me.
Yeah, another fun experience I had about that is me and Heather from um, Coalfield. We were actually investigating an old church in Winchendon, Mass, and I was sitting up on the altar, blindfolded, and I was watching a woman walk back and forth on the wooden floor, pacing like back and forth, and I call it out. And on the camera, it picked up boot step EVPs. Like you could hear the boot steps as I'm talking about a woman walking back and forth. And the spirit talker said boot steps. Like it was literally like ping, 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 ping. It was so wild.
I love the Estes method so well. I've had that too, where I've gone into Southern Arizona, a location where it was really interesting. Where I now know the entities really well because I've been there a few times. But there was one that was specifically like a new one that kept trying to kiss my neck, and it's not the fact that of having it wasn't that it freaked me out. It was because when you've got the blindfold on and you've got the noise canceling headphones and you're seeing everything around you. I just didn't expect it, and all of a sudden I feel like a hot breath on my neck and a kiss, and I'm like, wait, what? It really was freaky. It was freaky. So yeah, I get it. And that would be a place where I could wear my blindfold and do the same thing. It's like I could probably navigate the rooms really well. And not just because of the fact that I know the building now, but just prior to that, the first initial time, it's weird how it's like your mind can totally just see it because the entities are showing you, exactly where you're going. So
It's like you're tapping into that energy and seeing it through them almost.
exactly. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the succinct way to say it. Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. Wow. Well, sis, you have a question?
Sure. Do you find more physical manifestations like sound, movement, shadows, or more subtle psychic impressions? And which do you trust more?
Are you talking about like the voices, like hearing the voices, like the clear audience, or I'm not
Clairaudience.
good with the terms. I just do it. I just have
Oh,
fun
you're
with it.
fine. You're totally fine. That's why I kind of said movement, sound, shadows, sight, sound, smell.
I have it. My stronger or the ones I pick up on the best, and I do trust is feel and hearing. Seeing, I'm still trying to really open up my mind's eye and get better with that. So like I've seen some pretty messed up things. I'm like, do I want to trust this? Because if I'm trusting this, that's not human, and I don't play the demon card, so I'm not even
Right.
gonna say demons. It's like creatures, like I don't even know how to explain, more like alien type shit. And I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. So it's like I don't trust the vision yet. I don't know, because like some spirits, yeah, they might want to mess you, bully you, and show you things that are like scary to you because they just want to mess with you. So I'm like, do I really want to interpret this fully or go with it? But my hearing's usually pretty spot on, and like disembodied voice is spot on.
Hmm.
Feeling is always spot on. I cracked the joke like a human Spider-Man, like he's got that spider sense.
Spidey senses.
Yep, I call it this human EMF.
Yeah. Yeah. You're the shiny ghost tool. So am I.
Yeah. My friend likes
Um,
to crack that joke that I could go to McDonald's and get EVPs. Like,
so, from your perspective, how often are these locations holding residual energy versus intelligent, responsive entities?
I feel intelligent spirits can come and go. Like they've crossed over. If they're coming over to chats because they want to be there to chat, they don't have
Right.
to hang around there. So a lot of the times I feel like you're catching the residual prints more because it's more like I've noticed when you're asking specific questions, you're not always getting specific responses. You're catching moments that might have happened years ago.
Right.
Like, we were at an old military fort. We left a voice recorder in one of the bunkers, and you just heard someone yell, "Shit, get down!" Like, but we were asking questions, and we couldn't get a single intelligent response. I've noticed that spirit boxes, same thing. If you just sit and listen, you're catching conversations, but like of spirits just talking to each other and
Right.
completely ignoring you. So I honestly feel like it's mostly residual with a sparkle of intelligent, like a
Hmm.
sprinkle of it.
Right. That makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Complete sense.
Mm-hmm. That does.
Anything you touch, everything, everywhere you go, you're leaving a piece of you. We're all energy. We're all leaving our fingerprint wherever we go. Like my wife, her cousin's still well alive, but she has some creepy dolls she don't like anymore that she grew up with. She's like, "Here, you like the spooky stuff? Take them." And I was catching EVPs of her from when she was a kid. Like she left her
Imprint.
residual imprint on them.
Right.
My wife's grandmother passed away, and we kept some of her favorite dolls. And my wife thought a ghost followed me home because we're catching stuff from her grandmother's dolls, but it wasn't. Like if you listen to the recording, you were hearing like chopping boards, like someone cutting. She loved cooking, so we were literally catching residual moments of her cooking and like humming to herself.
Oh, how sweet. That's
It's,
adorable, though.
It is.
it is, but it's just you could be alive and people can still pick up. Like if you left your imprint somewhere strong enough, you could be
Right.
well and alive and still catch it.
Well, that's like, that makes sense because, like, we were just at the lake today and they have, like, fences up and they don't want you to climb over the fence and be disturbing any of the nature there. And they made a comment that just said, your imprint will be there forever. Something like that. It was like, I remember seeing that this morning when we went to the lake and I thought, you're right. Yeah. Energy imprint, your imprint will stay there forever. So it does make sense. Complete sense.
You ever watch Donnie Darko?
Yes.
You know how he would see like that tube leading everyone to and everyone was intertwined?
Yep.
That's honestly how I feel like it really is. Yes, I do like to meditate before investigations. Someone just asked that question.
Yep. I
Um,
was just putting it up there. I was going to ask it, but you already did, so that's cool.
well, that's cool. I can actually see them live as they happen. So a couple, actually in my haunted journey part one, in the first chapter, Seaside Sanitarium, I only talked about more like the moments that stood out to me the most that like will live in my head rent free. And one of them was I actually went to there not to actually investigate, but just listen to like meditation music and just write down whatever I saw and what they told me. Just
Automatic
through
writing.
channel, just through, yeah, like writing. I did leave Spirit Talker on my other phone because I have two phones, or I used to. I only got the work phone now, but I left the Spirit Talker off to the side where I couldn't see it, just to see if anything would come through to correlate what I had actually picked up. And the two that came through the strongest was that of a child who passed away when he was, it was a tuberculosis hospital, and a nurse who took her life, which she's been known in the admin building. So those came
Oh,
through. And as I was picturing that, like seeing it, because they're showing it to me, the Spirit Talker actually picked up like toy dinosaurs, toy soldiers, regret, um, basically words that correlate what I was picking up, which was to me just those are my favorite. Um, Sorry if I say a lot. I
no,
went
you're fine.
You're fine.
investigate this place called the James House. It's in New Hampshire. It's kind of getting more popular on the map. And the first time I ever went there, I didn't know anything about this place. I just knew it was one of the oldest houses in New Hampshire that's still all original. And I was the first one to get there because I'm always early. I have bad anxiety, so I'm always early to things. And I just listened with headphones to, meditation music. And I was trying to see what they would tell me prior to our investigation to kind of like guide my questions throughout the night. And I literally asked how many spirits were there. And I'm trying to remember it because it's been so long. They either said 6 or 7. So I wrote that down on my notebook. Like I wrote it down on my notepad. And later that night, it was me, Heather from Coalfield Manor, and our friend Allison. I asked on voice recorder how many spirits are here, and they literally said the same answer I had written down on my notepad like hours prior.
Wow. That's
That's,
awesome.
those to
Yeah.
me will always be my favorite moments when you premeditate and try to actually get in touch with spirits on a spiritual
Mhm.
level, and
Right.
then get them to actually
Guide you.
correlate, yeah, guide me and correlate what I picked up in the meditation prior.
Wow. That's something. Um, on locations, what is one of your favorite locations that you wanted to go to, like a bucket list, and you actually did it?
Um, Everything on my bucket list I haven't been to yet, so yeah, they're all like further locations, like Alcatraz or what's that super haunted island out in Italy?
Oh,
Herb,
yeah. That
yeah,
would
like
be great
Urbex
to go
stuff.
there.
Thank
But like, so more local, Penhurst Asylum, that was on my bucket list. I've been to Penhurst Asylum. So if I had to choose one, I would say that. But for the most part, my bucket list is still pretty empty and looking to get full. Like Clown Motel, I would
Nevada.
love this. Yeah, I would love to spend a night in Clown Motel.
That's in
I'm
California,
hesitant.
isn't it?
It's Nevada. It's
Nevada.
Yeah,
on
it's
the way.
Or
Nevada.
Las
It's on
Vegas.
the way to the Nevada California border. Yeah, it's in Nevada. But yeah, I've driven by that, and my husband threatens to take me there and leave me one day.
See, I'm not afraid of clowns. I love them. Like it's one of my favorite horror movies. That was actually the movie that got me into horror. So to me, it's just like a win-win. I get to sleep with a bunch of creepy clowns, and it's very haunted.
Yeah, it is very haunted. I will tell you, driving by there, we usually stay when we go to Lake Tahoe. It's usually a Christmas time thing that we'll do. In fact, we were just talking about it, saying it's time to go to Tahoe again. We'll drive there. We'll stay at the Best Western, and he's like, "Why don't we just stay at the Clown Hotel?" You know, and I'm like, "Yeah, because I need to sleep. I'm not going to get any sleep if I'm there." And of course, they have the cemetery there where a bunch of miners are buried. And you know, I drive, and you would too. Drive past the cemetery, and you're like, you can see them clear as day. They're still there in the cemetery. So it's like, yeah, I would love to do that when I would have time, but not on a trip where, you know, I'm trying to get some sleep before we have to go to the next location. But yeah,
Yes. So I don't have many bucket list places, but I do watch shows. Like I'm not a big fan of the shows, but I do watch them more for like location ideas, or I don't trust the history they always pitch on there because they always have to make everything more dramatized, so you want to
of
pay
course.
attention.
Right.
Yeah.
So I use it more for like locations and maybe like newer equipment that might have come out that I don't watch. But so I've wanted to go to Hinsdale House because of all the TV shows. I've been to the Hinsdale House. SK Pierce in Gardner. I actually help part time work there now. But that was my first ever pay to play location when I first started back in 2020. So it's just been really fun. I do more. It's a good mix between urbex and pay to play locations. It's like a 50-50 split.
Cool. Cool. After everything you have seen, what haunts you more? The places, the spirits, or the living who was ignored right there in front of you?
Oh yeah, definitely the living scares me more than the dead. Like just because we're alive and well and we know what we're doing to each other, and
Hmm.
Yeah.
it's like I don't know if you've seen all that new drama that TMZ just posted.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's just saddening. Like the people that are getting the spotlight are not the people that should be getting the spotlight, and it's just kind of
Hmm.
backwards to me how we are as humans. But after everything is said and done, aliens will always scare me more than anything.
Yeah. I really agree to with that too. Yeah, and what's going on, like you were saying, with the TMZ and stuff. I mean, it was shocking when I first heard about it, and I just couldn't believe it. But it's
Is that what we were discussing prior to getting on the podcast? Okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
hmm
I understand then. Yeah.
it's there in black and white. So you
It
know.
is there black and white, and I get you're a comedian and that's
Mhm.
your thing, but just the
Mhm.
way you approach it now, especially because
Yeah.
you're not also trying to be known as a comedian, you're trying to be known as a serious paranormal enthusiast
Right.
and help live out people's legacies, yet you're talking that way to people just because you don't like what they're saying about you.
Right.
No.
Exactly. Yeah.
Be the bigger person and just ignore it, walk
Right.
away.
Right.
But at the
Yeah.
same time, he knows how to play the game because what that does is it keeps feeding the algorithm. Algorithm doesn't care if you're saying something positive, like, oh, good
Mhm.
job on what you guys are doing, or you guys are a bunch of con artists. It sees interaction.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how it's just, I hate social
Back in
media.
back
Yeah.
in the old days, they used to say bad publicity is still publicity.
And
So
Yeah.
it
it
still
doesn't
is.
matter if it's good or bad. It's still publicity. It doesn't make any difference. So yeah.
It still is. It's
Yeah. But
disgusting.
since we're on the subject, okay, and it's getting to be almost like old news anymore because I know everybody's probably getting tired talking about it or listening to it though. But Annabelle, okay, what do you think about Annabelle? You think she is still haunted? Do you think the demon's still there? Do you think going to Salem, Massachusetts, because you are from Massachusetts, being there? I mean, because I know when somebody said that Salem did not have anything to do with witchcraft, I about fell off my chair. I'm like, what?
So
So,
I think everybody did in Salem too.
yes, oh yes. So, what is your thoughts on that?
I don't never really believed in Annabelle. Like, I really want to hold her and shake her because I don't believe
Mm,
a
yes,
demon is attached to a Raggedy Ann doll. I don't. I mean, I believe spirits can be attached to anything like
mm,
energy, but an actual demon,
yeah,
Well,
I find it kind of hard to believe. I
it
don't want to
also
knock it because I don't know. I don't know 100%. But to me, there's no demon attached to a doll.
there's
That
also the thought process that it's not really the real Annabelle doll too.
yeah,
that it's a fake.
That she's been switched out. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I hadn't
I
even
don't
thought
know
about
that
that.
that
Mhm.
person had that heart attack while moving it around for the traveling museum. That to me was like, no, the guy probably had a heart attack. Don't spin it to give publicity to a damn doll.
Damn, that's true.
Like that was so to me that was really messed up. Like this poor guy just had a heart attack helping move your museum around, and you're gonna spin it like the doll did it.
Yeah.
Like just like Robert the doll. I really don't believe in Robert the doll. And I would love to go to Florida just to look him in eye to eye and be like, make something bad happen so I can believe in you.
Right.
He actually interviewed what was Dan? Kind of like a caretaker
Yeah.
tour guy. He
Yeah,
was a
Dan
tour
McGarry.
guide at the Key West at the Sloan Museum where he's Robert the Doll is located at, and yeah, it's. I know when we did the podcast, everybody wanted to write a letter to Robert to, you know, say thank you for, he wasn't even on the podcast, but his caretaker was. Everybody was
There
kind of
was some coincidental things that kind of happened, like for Chrissy and I, like after the podcast, and I'm like, kind of makes you just stop and think about it for a couple seconds, because like all of a sudden I had to put in a $6,000 new sewer line. It's like,
what happened
well,
here.
but my house is 50 years old, so I have to say that common sense kicks in too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Like
does.
I've had real attachments. I would take believing a demon doll over ever having an attachment again.
Hmm.
Like I never want to go through that again.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, that's
Can you talk about that, or do you want to talk about that, or can you talk about
Yeah,
it?
no, absolutely. It's actually in that first book too, because so I did 8 locations for book one, and I'm probably going to do about 8 locations for book two. And one of them was Mansfield Training Facility. It was in Connecticut. Okay, since we're talking about
Heard of it.
Connecticut too, Connecticut is actually has more witch trial stuff than Salem, which a lot of people don't know. Fun fact.
Mhm.
Actually, a lot more witch stuff actually happened in Connecticut than Salem. So it's kind of weird that Salem's more known for witch stuff than Connecticut. But anywho, it was an old training facility for feeble-minded. Lots of bad stuff happened there. I'm trying to remember everything off the top of my head. But it was a place that I was doing for urbex and ghost hunting. And my uncle passed away like 4 or 5 days before my birthday. And I didn't want, and he was not just my uncle, he was my godfather, and he was like basically my dad while I was growing up. So like it really destroyed me. And I didn't want to be down and bummed out for my birthday. And I also had to renew my license that day. And the registry, the RMV was like 15 minutes from Mansfield Training Facility. So I was like, you know what? And my birthday's in January too. So it was like -10 that day, but I just
Woo.
wanted to get out. I just wanted to go out and do something I enjoyed to take my mind off of it. And I remember before I even went in that building, I cracked that joke. I was like, hey, Uncle Ed, now you get to actually see what I do for fun, as because I've been told by mediums that all my loved ones are usually with me while I'm doing this because they have fun doing it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they actually enjoy seeing like all the other spirits and helping interact with them. So I actually cracked that joke. I was like, "Oh, Ed, here we go. We have to get to actually go have some fun." And I went through it. I did an investigation. I messed around with a piano. My REM pod went off. I thought it was cool. Like I had a TikTok. It went viral because of that for some reason. I think it was just like a weird timing. That was like my first ever viral video, like almost 800,000 views. It
Wow.
put me from like 120 followers on TikTok to almost 20,000. Um, so it was weird. But when I was driving home after, because I didn't stay too long because it was cold, and I just wanted to get home to my kids, spend my birthday with my kids because I got two of them. I could feel like a crawling on my leg, like something was just crawling up and down my leg, like spiders. And I'm like, no, there's no like. I actually like would like rub my leg and it would stop, but then it would come back, and then my radio started coming in and out. Like it started changing stations by itself, and I'm like, is like, what the hell is going on? So I literally throw my blinker, pulled to the side of the road. I said, whatever the fuck is in my car right now, you are not allowed to like follow me home. Just leave. But I think it was
Mm-hmm.
a little too late because it didn't work. I started feeling that crawling on my leg again, and my radio's chilled out, and things kind of went back to quiet. So I'm like, okay, maybe they actually did listen. Maybe went back to Mansfield. Um, I have a very long history of depression, so it was in my. It literally only stayed. I had like a room set up for like my gaming room where I'd like edit videos and play video games or whatever. Because my kids shared the biggest room, so I had like a room, like a man cave room. He would just stay in there. He would just wait until I was in there and just basically zap my energy, like just use my energy like a draining battery. And every time I was home, I'd get like very depressed, suicidal thoughts.
Wow.
Um, my wife even picked up that there was someone in the room, and I was just like, "No, you're crazy! Like, there's no one in here," and all this other stuff. And I was like, "No, no, no." And then fast forward to spring now, a couple months. I met this my friend Nikki, and it was our first urbex together. And I was like, "Oh, I know this cool spot. Meet me here. We'll go urbex." And I found this little music box. It was cool. It was like a little circus one. And I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta keep this." So I took it home and I put it next to a picture of my kids in my man cave, and I go make a sandwich. And all of a sudden, I hear like a smash, and I'm like, "What the hell?" And I thought it was my kids, like, because my kids were horse playing in the living room.
Mhm.
But then I look, and they're completely still, just watching TV. So I'm like yelling at them for no reason because it wasn't even them. And I go in my man cave room, and my picture of my kids was like thrown across my room. So now I'm thinking it's the music box. So I take the music box and I put it in my car. And I was like, no.
Right.
And then the next day at work, this coworker I used to work with was really into this stuff and really wanted to see what it was like for himself. So I was like, hey, I got a mission for you. You're gonna come with me to this place after work, and we're gonna go put this back. I was like, I think I brought something home. We're putting it back. So he did, and we walked around for a bit. We explored, and took some pictures and stuff. It was fun, and it stopped. So I'm like, all right, sweet. And finally, it was like closer to summertime, and I'm getting real bad. Whenever I'm home, I'm like really depressed. I want to kill myself. I have no energy.
Oh
But
my God.
again, I'm just thinking it's like old habits kicking in my head. So I'm like ignoring it, kind of like brushing it off. And now I'm really starting to get into like believing in full moon rituals and trying to set manifestations. So it was a full moon. I'm sitting, I got my candles lit. I'm trying to like manifest some things I want to happen. And out of nowhere, I see this man with like a scruffy beard just pop up in my face. And I'm like, what? And so I open my eyes. And I'm like, no, no, no. Like, what the hell? I'm trying to like, what the hell is going on? And then I shake it off. I close my eyes. I start manifesting again. And he shows himself even closer, like almost nose to nose with me, like looking angry. So I open my eyes. I'm like, all right, I've had enough of this. I blow my candles. I'm going to take a shower, go to bed. And as I go to take a shower, my back's starting to burn. And I look in the mirror and there's 3 big scratches going down it.
Holy
So
cow.
I'm like, what the hell? So I literally, like, right there and then messaged my friend Marsha, who was a really good medium, who was kind of like teaching me a bunch of stuff because she actually used to work at A Touch of Magic. I was like, dude, I don't know what this is, but you got to help. You got to come over and help get rid of it because this is a whole new. I'm not that far. Like I'm still a rookie. Like I don't know what I'm doing yet. And so she comes over, but to help me learn from it, she actually makes me like close my eyes and like channel him to see where he came from and what he wanted
Right.
and what spirits do. So or maybe your spirit guides help you to interpret it so you can see
Right.
messages clearer. I don't know if it's spirit directly or spirit message guides helping. I'm a big comic book fan. I already mentioned Spider-Man. I saw him as Venom, which is one of the main protagonists from Spider-Man. He is a symbiote. He's an alien. But what he does is he'll attach to you and suck. Basically, you think things are getting better, but he's really sucking the life
Yeah.
force out of you.
Right.
And that's what I saw. Like I saw him crawling all over me, just like Venom, and just draining me to the point where I was dead. And I heard Mansfield. I saw him in Mansfield, and that's when I knew he had actually been with me for like 6 months now, because it was back from when I had gone the trip on my birthday. So she helped me cleanse the house. I live close to a lake that's very big and popular. It's Lake, I can't even say it. It's Webster Lake. It's like Lake Chamagamaga. She's like, hey, if you want energy, that's a great place to go because
Right.
it's one of the biggest lakes around. Water's a great
Right.
source of energy. Go there. So we basically sent him there. Things have been good. I don't want any other attachments.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Unless
If
they're
you
good and
hear
they're gonna bring,
thunder,
money and stuff, but
yeah, we're having a thunderstorm, so it's okay.
lucky.
We might hear some thunder just now. So
I know. I was like, holy cow, that's like,
I'm seeing the
wow,
flashes once in a while through your
yeah,
window, and I'm kind of
very green.
jealous.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
I used
as
to
long
be.
as it's not a tornado watch. That's all that I
Yeah.
can
It's not. It's not. It's just
Okay, good.
yeah. It's just it's like hell out there, I guess you can say.
So, but back to Annabelle and stuff. For me to think that something's gonna waste the time fully attaching on an object where they're not really getting the energy like they
Yeah.
could,
Right.
to me, is it possible? Yeah, anything's possible. I've seen things that shouldn't have happened happen, but at the same time, I don't think they're gonna, especially a demon, waste their time attaching it to an inanimate object that can't give it the energy and attention it wants. They're gonna
Well,
want a living host.
right. And the thing is that, again, if it was truly real, I mean, you have people that have held her, like Ed and Lorraine Warren. So why is it not?
They live long, healthy lives.
Yeah, precisely. So it's not like as if it attached to them, or I don't know if Matt or Eldon has held her, but still the same concept
Knowing
applies, you know?
knowing him and not being the sharpest tool in the box, he probably has.
True. Well, the thing is, they open the door all the time,
Right,
to change it from one case to another.
right.
You know, and I always was told that demons can just get out
No,
one object into another one.
right,
You know,
exactly.
and so yeah, with them opening the door so many times, I just don't believe it that she's
Could
haunted.
she at one point? Maybe, but yeah, through all the times they broke the seal, the protective seal,
Yeah,
it could have escaped.
Right, right.
it could have.
Well, and the other thing too is that if they're still holding her and doing this, then it leads me to believe that maybe it's not the real Annabelle doll. Maybe that is locked away. Maybe they're just doing it for paranormal entertainment, which that's fine. Kind of like we
But
were talking about Luna yesterday.
disclose it.
Right,
Disclose it. That's why I really wish a lot of these channels and influencers would do. Like, this stuff's fabricated. It's for
right.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
paranormal entertainment only.
because then you get the people that are easily manipulated by what they see, believing everything they see, and it's like, oh no, this is really, and no, it's really not. Just like I know some stuff. I'm gonna keep it to myself, but I know caretakers of locations that TV shows have been to, and they fabricated the stories for the TV shows. So now it's like trying to get people to like, no, that's not the real history. Yeah, it's a cool story,
Right.
but also what really did happen here is also interesting. So
Right.
why even make up stories to begin with?
Right.
I just don't get it.
Because it's a cash grab.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, we all like money, but I think there is the right and the wrong
Right.
way to make money.
Right.
Actually,
You don't have to line with the paranormal though. If you really sit there and make real connection to those spirits, you're gonna get as good as an interesting story. Because some spirits are like, oh, I'm already dead. Fuck it, I'll tell whatever you wanted me to tell. Yeah, I
Right.
did this, I
Yeah.
did that, and it might be better than the story that was fabricated for TV. Like,
Well, and to prove that point too, it's like I've run into a spirit in a jail, and it's interesting that they talk about how evil he was. Well, yeah, he was probably evil at that time, but as he's passed on, he chooses to keep himself in the jail because that's his own private hell. In his opinion, he doesn't feel worthy of redemption or going to heaven or passing, seeing the light and moving on, as we call it. So I mean, that to me is an interesting story right there,
yeah.
versus some of the other stuff.
And just
But again,
hopefully one day it starts being done the right way. That's all I want to say.
Well, and we were just having the conversation with Luna about it, yesterday. Luna Ramey, who is part of the whole standing up and debunking, and she's not bullying people; she's really just debunking things and asking for honesty and truth behind what people are saying. Have a disclaimer that states, this is for paranormal entertainment only, so that the gullible people don't go, oh my God, this is truth. It's truth, and it's totally it's facts. As opposed to, this is entertainment and this has just been fabricated for your entertainment purposes only. So,
Right.
and I feel like the paranormal world to begin with is just a disjointed thing to begin with. There's so much drama that goes on in the paranormal world to begin with that it just aids and abets that whole drama to continue on too. So
It makes me not even want to be ever involved in the paranormal community. I'd rather just be known as a guy enjoying the paranormal,
Right.
and not go to conventions, not go to all these things. It's just I'd rather just someone keeps asking me about stuff. Actually, the person that was having drama with the comedian, I'm actually friends with this person, and I saw what he said prior to what Matt said, and I saw the whole Beckett thing before they all got deleted, and I'm just like, no, I didn't see any of this because I just focus on me
Yeah.
and going to these places, doing what I'm doing, and everything else. Like I have my tunnel vision. Everything else
Yeah.
is just blurry to me.
Well, and it's almost like you almost have to do that for sanity purposes. I know that there's, I pick up social media and I look at it, and it's just like the heart palpitations, the anxiety, the overwhelmed part of it. You know, it's like I can't look at it. I just have to focus on what I've got to
Oh
do.
yeah,
I mean, it's true.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I
getting
mean,
ridiculous.
definitely met some awesome people. Like I'm enjoying talking to you guys right now. I've made some really good friends doing this and taking the classes. I'm not saying it's all bad, but
Right,
90% of it is.
right. And
So
that's the
trying to find
important
like that
part.
10% that's pretty legit and pretty down to earth, that's the hard part. And to me, it's just I don't want to sit there and find it. If I come across people sure just doing it, having fun,
Mhm.
so be it. I'm gonna partake like I am right now with you guys having this fun conversation. If not, then it wasn't meant to be, and I was gonna keep doing what I was doing.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
that is. Now you say you have another book coming out, part two. When would that
Yeah.
be done?
So I'm still kind of working on it. I want to take what I did with the first one
Mhm.
and step it up. Like it's not, I've heard nothing but good things about the first one. So it's not from feedback. It's me being my own worst critic. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I could have did this better. I could have did this better. So now I'm like really strategically doing it. So I wrote that one last winter. I'll probably do that one as well. So because I know that's a back burner idea right now that I've been working on. Like for example, I always get the best camera, the Galaxy Ultra. Like every year, I used to get the newest, greatest model, but now I have a work phone, so I don't really care. But I got it solely because of the camera. So all the pictures in that book are my personal pictures, but from a phone. So now I'm
Oh,
like, no, in book two, I have a good camera. I want to actually take real Canon photos of these places to really capture the image quality. So now I'm finding myself doing a little bit more urbex versus
Nice.
investigation because I'm going to do, yes, if to me, if I'm going to risk myself doing anything stupid like that, I'm going to try to talk to the dad while I'm there.
Right.
But I'm also bringing in a really expensive camera and trying to get capture really good photos for book two. So that I want to do a little different. Um, I did notice when I wrote book one, like I was really good at recapturing and reliving those moments, but not as clear as I thought I did. So for book two, I'm actually going to sit there, review all the videos, all the photos, and really sit with each chapter because Altianum Spiritus was my fictional book. My Haunted Journey Part One is my nonfiction book. I
Right.
wrote those two at the same time. Like I'd read a chapter or two of Altianum, and then when I was kind of feeling like the messages weren't so I basically channeled those books. So when I felt like I was kind of like not getting the messages as clear what to write, I would work on the other one.
Right.
So I found that it was kind of hard to keep up with both. And I was honestly, because I was channeling each book so vividly, like it was that to the point where I didn't even remember writing half this stuff. I'd have to sit there and keep reading it to remember what I wrote because as I wrote this, I'm not even really fully
Cognizant.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm literally lighting candles and just
Letting it
going
flow.
like, yeah, letting it flow. Like I wasn't even like putting any thought into it because Altiano Spiritus, I was literally getting hammered for like a year to 2 years before I actually sat and wrote that book. Like I was working for a septic company in the middle of pumping a crap tank, and they're like, "You got to write this book." I'm like, "Who said that?" I'm like, "What book?" And I'm getting like all these details. They're like, "It's gonna be awesome. It's a cool story. It's never been done." I'm like, "Who do you? Where's it's coming from?" So I'm just like brushing it off because I'm starting to feel crazy, and then it would come back. And I'm like, all right, you guys really want me to write this book? And I did. It took
Yeah.
almost 3 years to write this thing, actually, both of them. So I already started another non-fictional book. I'm going to finish that one before I go to my Haunted Journey Part 2. I don't think my guides are liking it as much, but I'm getting a little bit more strict because I just want it to flow a little better.
Right.
mhm.
They're like, no, just do it. And I'm like, no, we're gonna set some guidelines. We're gonna if we're gonna work together, we're gonna actually work together.
I do get that. I honestly do get that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like they're just like full throttle, like gas to the floor, and I'm like, no, like that's great how you guys think the spiritual world works, but it's the physical. Like I didn't know for a book you should be advertising it for like 6 months before you drop it. I'm like, I literally would finish the book and then like a month later, hey, this book's coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, like I feel like these books could have done a lot better if I got a publisher. Yeah. And known what I know now, so I'm trying to do that. My spirit guides are like, no, just fucking write.
Yeah, when the muse hits, I know I'm the same way. It's like I'm writing right now, and it's like, okay, I just go like this, and I had to just reread just before the podcast. I was rereading what I was going to write, what I had written, so that I could come back tomorrow and try to do some more on it. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so you get it.
I do get it. I totally get it. And it's like when it hits, you just got to go. I just put it down on paper, and then I go back and edit it afterwards because it's so difficult to keep that creative juice, or like you said, spirit guides. I have a spirit guide that's doing the same thing with me on this one, and it makes sense. It's like, okay, all right, I'll just type grammatical errors are out the door, punctuation.
That's what an editor is for, right?
Right, exactly.
Now we just got to get the publishers to actually do the hard work, but
you got the
maybe
creative part.
One day we'll get there.
Right.
But I've already lived those moments with the videos because I was literally had no interest in this. Like I would dabble as a kid here and there, going to like cemeteries with friends, but I never did EVP sessions. I never tried to catch ghosts on photos because I blocked that side of me off. Like growing up, I got terrorized living in this house by like a spirit that always messed with me. So I wanted nothing to do with this. Literally 2019, like August, I'm watching Ghost Adventures. It was the Letchworth episode. I even remember the episode, and I'm just chilling on my couch, and they're like, I literally hear clear as day, this is not the way it's supposed to be done. Get out of there and do it for real and show the world what it's really like. I'm like, what? Like, where the hell is this coming from? Like a light switch. So I literally went on my computer. I'm Googling like all the stuff I would need to get going. And within like 2 weeks, I made a YouTube channel and I'm doing it. And I'm like, what the hell? And yeah, I had fun. I really, really enjoyed the videos, but it's almost a full-time job.
Yeah.
It really is. So when I'm sitting there working like 60 hours, 70 hours a week, actually breaking my back, and then working another almost full-time job, and the videos aren't getting the publicity, I'm just like, it's almost discerning and heartbreaking. So that's when I stopped for the year. Like I did this for like 4 or 5 years solid straight. Every weekend going somewhere new, every weekend recording, every week putting out a video. And I was just like, you know what? I feel like I'm starting to do this for the wrong reasons. So I just was like, you know what? I'm done. I literally walked away for like a year. And that's when the books started happening. I'm like, okay, maybe I should shift my focus to books. And now it's like, oh no, go back to videos. I'm like, dude, you guys got to make up your freaking mind. Like, which one do you want me to do? And they're just like, do it all. I'm like, I got a job to do too. Like, I got kids. I can't just drop everything just because you guys are telling me to. Like, help me. Like, I'm trying to get there to see which one.
You're like, help me with some time management here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like,
make a clone of yourself.
I'm supposed to sleep. You got to sleep. You know, I have really bad sleep apnea to the point where it's very level concerning. I finally took the test, and I just got my machine like 3 days ago. So I'm hoping my energy starts coming back up, but we'll see.
It is good. My husband has that. He had like the double or triple bad sleep apnea. I mean, there was times where I'd be like, "Are you okay? Like, are you dead?"
Yeah, I wasn't breathing in my sleep half the time.
Yeah, that was him.
And then when I was
a world of difference for him. He
breathing, I sound like a grizzly bear with a chainsaw. Like,
right.
So I'm trying to like adjust to that now. So like, it's like I'm almost starting to sleep better, but at the same time I'm not, because now I gotta like, it's almost like it feels like you're suffocating because it's like forcing air down your throat. I'm like trying to like tell my mind like you're okay. Yeah. It's helping you breathe. So it's almost like I'm trying to relearn how to sleep again. It's weird.
Yeah, it is. It's difficult. Yeah, by far. I know he had a difficult. I think it took him about a month or 2 months before he actually was really comfortable with it. So
yeah, but
now he loves it.
Yeah, that's what they told me. I did talk to someone working at while I was helping a group at SK. One of the nights I was working, a guy told me is like once he got used to it, he's never felt better in his whole life. And I'm
Yeah, same
thinking to
here.
myself, and if I could, my kids got it, so I'm like, if I can make my kid do it, I can do it for one. Two, I'm at the age where I can have a heart attack. I don't want to have a heart attack.
Right.
And three, to me, it's just going to help my paranormal journey better
Right.
because I'm not going to be constantly dead. I'm going to be able to, because when you're tired, it's harder to hear
Yep.
messages, it's
Yep.
harder to see and hear.
Mhm.
So now that I'll be awake better, I'm hoping things start coming through a lot clearer and a lot better.
Wow.
It will, for sure.
So that's kind of another reason why I'm holding off on writing that second book. I'm trying to become myself again before
Hmm.
diving into that because it does take a lot out of me because like I said I do channel them, so it
Hmm.
is very draining, and if I'm going to go down that rabbit hole again, I want to have
Right.
as much energy as I can.
Right.
Yeah, I don't blame you one bit. Um,
She
so
wrote.
yeah, yeah, I did a book and had to redo it because I did it by I did it on Amazon Publisher and just I screwed it up, so I had to redo it. And I did it. It's not what the cover is not what I wanted because they don't give you very much cover, and I don't know how to put the cover that I do want, how to resize it. So I just more or less say, forget it. It's out there. That's it. So
um what's that site, Fiverr? it
Oh,
Fiverr is like a freelance.
FIVER? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a freelance site, so if you need help with your cover, go on there and look for cover designers, and you will find freelancers that will give you really reasonable rates. That's where I found my editor for my book.
Oh,
oh,
nice.
Um, that's where I found the editor for my second book. Not the editor, the one that helped put like all the pictures in place because I can't do
hmm
that. I could write the book, but I'm not good at the putting them with the pictures and stuff. So she did that for me. I did do the front and back cover of my second book. Heather actually helped me with the cover of Altianum. Um,
cool.
so
I
yeah,
have to
check
check
out
that out.
Fiverr.
Thank you. I have to check that out.
Yeah,
Uh,
everything, editing, publishing, basically anything you could ever need for your book, there's someone there, and they do really reasonable rates if you find the right person.
oh,
Nice. That's a good
awesome.
suggestion. Thank you very
Gotta
much.
remember that too, sis.
Absolutely.
Bradford, it's been great talking to you. Um, I have to go get your first book. I know I was reading or going into Amazon to see if I could find it. I found it. I collected my car. I'm just lazy or paying for it because I've been so busy. But I can't. You have to let me know when your second book is
Yeah.
ready and everything and out there so we can order it and even have you back on to promote it
Talk
and
about
when
it.
it does come
Yeah.
out.
And
Yeah.
I got more ghost stories for days. Like we've barely even touched half the stuff I've been through.
I love
Um,
it.
Are you
my
sure you
friend
want to
actually,
close that? Because we'll have you back on like in 3 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
my my friend actually made a suggestion, so I might do it. He's like, what you could do too to tease the second book before it starts coming out, make like an Instagram profile just for the book
Hmm.
and like drop pictures from locations that I'm not going to use for the book. So that way
Yeah.
they don't go to waste,
Right.
and it kind of like teases the book without doing it. If you guys are following my profile on the author page, I'll definitely be announcing it more when it comes out. Like I said, the next book is going to be another fictional one. I'm actually really excited about this one because this one came as a very vivid dream. So I'm making sure to type it out as well as I envisioned it.
Cool. Cool. Yeah. Go to, for the audience, go to his Facebook page, Bradford Scott / author, um, and just say hi to him, follow him. Um, do you have any other websites that we do not know about?
It's a hauntedlair.net. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not good at building websites. I just finally built my first one. ever. It's got like links to like my TikToks, my YouTube, my Facebooks. So I can send that to you.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
send it to me, and I can put it on the description for the YouTube.
Yeah,
Description.
absolutely.
Because I
So
kind of do just like the paranormal investigation clips. I use Exploring with Bradford, and then I use Bradford Scott author just more for the book stuff to try to keep the two separate. Because some people like some stuff, some people don't like the other. So it's not
Right.
always fun running multiple pages, but I try to cater to the right audiences for it with each one.
cool.
Perfect.
And also for the audience, jump over to mediumred.az as in Arizona.com and make sure you subscribe to Within the Cauldron and also the sister podcast Behind the Witch's Veil. Subscribe, comment, and like. And until next time, we will see you Monday. Have a very blessed weekend. And Bradford, just stick around for a few minutes while we close the show.
Bye, everyone. Have a good weekend.